If I was gonna guess who, like, parties the hardest out of the 3 Dragon Age main characters, Hawk wins by a fucking country mile.
Oh, absolutely.
Alright.
Like, the Dragon Age 1 is way too serious, and Dragon Age Inquisition is way too flat.
Yeah, it's so bowing. Alright, here we go.
Like the Dragon Age Inquisition character is, I feel like...
Are you saying there isn't anyone inside?
Are we even going to show this?
Then where did that apprentice
Oh,
come
yeah,
from?
we're just gonna start it. We're gonna start. We're here now.
We're
here now.
Right. Boy says the others
Welcome to Dragon Age! We're back!
Lord, Frost, I know you're soft on the robes. I followed the
We
same
forgot
tracks
to
and-
start the episode properly,
here?
so...
But it's okay, we're here.
Would you believe a group of innocent picnickers?
I don't know,
Who
we
is
might
this,
end up
Frost?
with some of that
Now you
partying
require
conversation.
mercenaries to carry
filtering
I liked
through this,
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's
I was
keep
hoping
it.
to
Let's
avoid
keep it.
bloodshed by
Sure.
sending a neutral party to negotiate.
Well, much obliged. Now let's
People
take
need to
these
know that
demon
you like to have a
worshippers
good
to
time.
the-
Wow,
Josh.
that guy looked like a
Right?
very sarcastic bow there. What was that?
Yeah, much
Well, much
obliged.
obliged.
Do you
Yeah.
wonder why we fear them?
Well,
Please, you must protect us.
Nope.
Do what you must.
The circle
So-
is a sanctuary, not a prison. If you kill these
In the
people, I will
character
see
creator-
discipline by the divine herself.
Did your
My
eyeshadow
commander
look
says no
neon
rebel
purple?
robes get to preach to the
I made
tame
it look
ones.
that way on purpose, because I like it.
Okay, okay. I couldn't remember.
Monster or not, he's a better bet than a demon.
Because that character creator is
Then we
really
truly
dark.
have no hope.
Because, of course, you wouldn't
You
want
seem
to have it
decent,
well
man,
lit
Templar.
when you're designing
Right.
your character's
Place the lives
face
of all these
in a
people
game
in
like
your
this.
No.
Inquisition has the same
Being
problem.
around
It's all like
long enough to help
green
you,
tinted and
sunshine.
dark, and it's like, what
I
were
will
you
do
thinking?
all I can. I swear you this.
Alrighty. Boobies. Okay. Alrighty.
I do think Isabella's getup is maybe a tad too ridiculous looking.
No way. No way. I mean, it's fine. If she dresses herself this way, that's totally fine. If a
Sure.
male designer was like, oh, you know what we need? A hot pirate. Let me look through my photo album of 2005 Halloween costumes. Oh, this chick is wearing it. That's it.
I was
That's
thinking like my favorite link folder to DeviantArt stuff.
Right. Yeah, either one. All right. We have to
It's the like tiny little like not even a skirt thing she's got going.
It's a shirt. It's a
that's
shirt.
wigging me out.
It's a shirt is what it is. Oh, you know what it is? It's
Yeah.
the top of a corset. There's supposed to be a dress under here.
Right.
But she was like, nah. I mean, at least it covers... Kinda. Wow, we're really being perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's stare at Isabella's
As
boobs.
Bud.
some more.
So the other one we have to do is shepherding wolves. Right?
Yeah, that's the the
Okay.
Kunari Mage quest that I was talking about.
Alrighty, let's go do this thing. I'm gonna try and do this as quickly as possible. Now that we have it on
Right.
casual mode, perhaps... Oh, why isn't there a running? Oh, perhaps we can get to the deep roads by this episode. Gimme.
I think it was Jennifer Hepler who got a lot of flack for her comments about wanting a button to skip
You brought up
the
Hepler.
combat stuff. But like, you know what?
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree with her in situations like this. In fact, I feel that way about Inquisition. I
Yeah.
would love to just be able to button press my way out of combat.
You know what's funny
in
is
these
that was a
games quite often.
huge. That was I've been trying to not talk about it, but it's a huge part of this game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I mean the thing is that it's like a huge part of this game because
Right.
that was the main reason why people hated it, and they started blaming her because she was like, I wish you could
That's
just
stupid.
Yeah, and the thing is like, I think people now, in retrospect, would probably agree with her. Like, if the
Yeah.
it should have been make the combat more fun, or like I don't know. I like it on easy though. That's the thing is like the combat on
Right.
regular is whatever. Combat on easy is just like an arcade game. It's just like it reminds me a lot of Diablo actually. Like Diablo 3
Yeah,
on
it is actually
regular.
very... Yeah.
It's about as hard as Diablo 3 on regular mode. It's the same thing. So whatever. But yeah, she got a lot of and then people would like basically she was a romance novelist before she started writing for Dragon Age and people harassed her for that shit and it was craziness.
That's yeah. I mean, that's an awful situation anyway. But like, isn't that the kind of stuff that people go for in these games at this point?
Right, you heard me.
Now, but I wonder if
Yeah, maybe that's just like okay. I can understand some trepidation over that because like this game did kind of jettison a bit of the tactical aspect of Dragon Age Origins, and I was into that.
Here, miss.
yeah.
Word is you're looking for help. And paying well.
But you know,
Once the
it's
Witcher,
not
once
that
the Witcher
much.
came out, everyone was
claim
like,
as much,
"Oh,
yes,
Bioware
I
games
will
are
pay."
just different."
I
And if
have,
you
I
want
have.
this old
Yeah.
kind of like
Let's just
combat
step
and
into
interesting
this
role
alley
playing
here.
stuff,
Me and my
you go to
fellows
Witcher.
can have a look at the money on
It's just like Bioware just took this different
Can you get
turn.
this
I
deep
think.
into Lowtown and be
Yeah.
that stupid.
Can you save someone so intent on being foolish?
I think it was a situation where The Witcher sort of threw into relief what areas BioWare was not good at and what areas
Yes.
they were good at in a way that wasn't really apparent because nobody else was making these games. I mean, we say The Witcher, we're talking about The Witcher 3. And The Witcher 2 had
Witcher
a
2.
fairly decent following.
Witcher 2. Yeah. I think there was a lot of games that came out
thank you for your
between
timely
Dragon Age
intervention.
2 and
I am
now
out of
that
my
like
element.
filled those
Yeah.
holes for
Surely
people.
you didn't realize that.
So
just
now, like,
I
you
had
can
to come here
enjoy
to get the
what
type of
Dragon Age
person
is
I
for what
need.
it is.
Someone of bloody skill, but also integrity. Perhaps the kind who might leap to someone's defense.
All right.
I have a charge who needs passage from the city. If you are willing and capable, meet me at
And
a safe house
and
nearby.
the other thing that happened
I just
is,
saved you in an alley,
we sort of
and
had the whole
suddenly
indie
we're in
scene
business?
blow up.
Indie scene,
Oh, in
totally,
Lowtown.
yeah.
Now you
What
can
grand
just
scheme could I
go
be
and
interrupting?
play Wasteland
Well, now.
2. Because that is a game that
Not so
exists.
helpless, I see.
If you want to just
hope
go
you will
full
come.
on old school,
This matter only
you know,
grows more
there are
urgent
there
with
are
time.
there's like Shadowrun and then
Yeah.
Shadowrun again and again. You know, there's
Yeah.
the game has I
Yeah.
think 3 different expansions now or something like that. You know, you've
The-
got
yeah.
Obsidian doing their like Neo
Pillars of-
Infinity Engine
yeah.
stuff with Pillars of Eternity and Tyranny, which I really need to get playing at some point here. I've been
Have
busy
you
playing
played
this on it too.
Pillars yet?
I've played Pillars. I kind of got. Oh, you're in your house.
Kinda.
I kind of got bored with it actually.
Me too a bit. I liked it for about like 12 hours and then I was like, eh.
Yeah. That was. I mean, I got about like 7 or 8 hours into it. A mistake I made was trying to read all of the Kickstarter backer nonsense NPCs, thinking they were somehow important, and being extremely confused about this.
Same, I remember that. Yeah. They should have like had a note about that. Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, I did not know that was a thing. Yeah, what's that guy doing?
He's all
Was he having some
alone.
private time?
He was just trying to use the potty.
In full armor.
He was just trying to
Yep.
take a smoke break. That's so cute. Is there a trap? I don't know. Isabella didn't say anything, so. But yeah, I think the landscape has changed a lot since Dragon Age 2 came out. And I think that's why people are a little less critical of it, because there are so many other games
Yeah.
out now. But at the time, I think that the criticisms of it, I can understand why people were mad. I can understand, because they wanted it to be Witcher or Pillars of Eternity or the first Dragon Age, and I get that.
Yeah, you had the first Dragon Age especially was catering very heavily towards that, like, hey, you played Baldur's Gate 2, right? Don't you want to play that game in 3D with full voice? You know, and that was a big deal at the time because nobody was making those games. Baldur's Gate 2 came out in like 2001, and Dragon Age came out in 2008, so great big gap there. Actually, Dragon Age 2 or Baldur's Gate 2 might have been 2000.
Yeah. So I think
the expansion was 2001. So and
Nice to see
and
you
there
too.
was also just nobody else really doing RPGs. Like Obsidian was
I
still
thank you
kind
for
of
coming.
trying to compete
This
in the
matter is
AAA space,
delicate,
but
and I
that
need
was
someone
like
of limited
their
notoriety
contemporary
who will not
around
link
this
to
point
me.
was
It is an escort, but I think you will agree the nature of the party makes this
Alpha Protocol,
unique.
which no one was into.
wasn't super
Time is
great,
wasting.
and then they
Who's
did
going
New
where?
Vegas, which
My
was really
name
their
is Sister
last
Patrice.
real
I have assumed a
like
burden of charity. This is my
AAA-ish
charge.
RPG,
Yeah.
Would even a Templar bind a mage like this?
which was a good one,
a
but
survivor of infighting with their Talvashoth outcasts.
Okay.
can't
call
imagine
him
them doing
Catogen,
another
a
Obsidian or
bridge
another
between
Bethesda
worlds.
engine game again.
The
at this
Viscount
point.
and
Don't
others
say that.
feel that peace
Don't
begins
ever
with
say that to me.
appeasement.
I
want
hope they
another.
do,
I
yes.
want
He
another
will return to his
fallout. I
brutal
need
kin.
another fallout from them.
He can serve
But
a
anyway,
better
okay.
purpose.
So
I want
this
him
is what they
free.
do.
He must be
to
guided from the
mages.
city without alerting his people, or being
And,
seen in my care.
So if you are original, my brain is fried. If you are a Qunari and you are part of the like actual group and you're not a Talvashal, which means an outcast, and you're a mage, you end up like this guy, which I think they sew his lips together and they blind him or something.
Right.
Let's just get him
I
out.
can get him out of
He might not be
He's
blind,
a bit
but they definitely like
conspicuous for the streets, though.
They,
you know he's
would you do
caged
that?
constantly.
This mage will be a fine example
yeah,
of how
they put like a
cruel
mask on
Qunari
him.
are, even to their own.
Yeah.
But only
The
if this
idea
plays out
is like
just
this is
so.
something I really wish they
Passage
would
here leads to the warrens of the
either
Undercity.
jettison
It is
entirely
dangerous,
or
but that
actually
is why you were
commit
hired.
to in some
Totally.
meaningful way of like mages are actually really dangerous. Like being a mage is dangerous, being around a mage is dangerous.
They never fully commit, and in this game, it's the most frustrating because you have
Right,
these
because
companions.
it's really important.
Yeah, you have these companions who are all dangerous, and they still expect you to be nice to mages, and it's really difficult. It's very, very difficult to be like, oh yeah, and it's hard to like assign them the like minority, oppressed kind of label because they are actually dangerous. They're walking bombs.
Right. Like an untrained mage just in themselves is dangerous because, you know, they can potentially set stuff on fire with their
Right.
mind and whatever. So they need to understand how to use that power and not just like flip out and accidentally burn down their house or something.
Exactly.
But also mages are like whenever they're using their powers, they're constantly at risk of being possessed by demons. And that's a really interesting aspect. Sets Dragon Age mages apart from your generic fantasy mage in that like it's like supposed to be very dangerous to even just exist as a mage.
Right.
You're constantly a danger to yourself and everyone around you, which is why everybody has these crazy methods of controlling mages, from the circle to the elven. Just like we cannot have too many mages in one place.
In one clan, right.
Yeah, to the Qunari of just like straight up just like very heavily control these things, use them more like walking artillery pieces than, you know, people. But unfortunately that never really it not only doesn't play into the gameplay at all. Like you can be a blood mage and just like whatever.
Right.
No one even cares.
Especially
any
in
of the games where
3.
You can actually
In
be a blood
3,
mage.
they're like, oh,
No,
I guess
you can't.
You can believe.
No, you can't be a blood mage in 3.
Yeah,
No,
you
that's
can.
not-
Oh, you can be a necromancer. You can be a necromancer.
Yeah, it's necromancer. It's kind of like blood mage.
You can be a necromancer. Yeah.
Not explicitly.
Yeah.
So, like, not only does that not play over into gameplay mechanics at all, in fact, it's, like, way better usually to pick Blood Mage over the other mage specializations because it's so powerful, especially in the first game, and no one cares, but also doesn't play over into the story at all. Like, if you play as a mage in Dragon Age, it doesn't, like, there's never a point where it's like, oh, I'm in danger of being possessed potentially, or
yeah,
you know, oh, maybe I should be possessed to become really powerful, but then maybe, like, you know, it'd be really cool if, like, you could actually decide to become an abomination, get possessed, get, like, superpowers, but then, like, periodically in dialogue choices, you'd, like, want to choose one thing, and then the game would just choose something else for you, and it would go, like, horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Like,
Some sort of canary,
I would want to see more of that.
For your pet.
And Dragon Age just has never been interested in,
I don't
like,
think it
mages
likes
as,
you
like,
threatening its
for the player
master.
character,
Maybe we
mages
let
is
this one
anything
pass.
more than, like, a power fantasy.
Yeah.
A voice of reason.
You don't really get to see the
What's he doing with
repercussions
you?
that everybody talks about for being a mage, you know.
You just every once in a while get a quest that you get to see someone else have to suffer it, but it doesn't really affect you that
Exactly.
much.
You want us bound, like this thing? I'll see you dead first.
Oh, that was easy. Thank you.
By the void! Kill it! Kill them all!
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Kaboom. Don't you like all this combat?
Well, at least it's fast now.
I know, at least we're getting through it, huh? I should have done this a long time ago. It's so nice.
I almost quit playing this game in this room, in some Act 2 quest where there's like 50 blood mages come out of the walls kind of thing, like 3 or 4 times, and it was just
Calm
like,
yourself.
oh man, come on.
Keep control. And remember who is on your side.
I like
Of
him.
course.
Slipping into
I
diplomacy
expected
here.
no different.
I like him. I can't be mean to him because I like him. I can be mean to that freaking other blood mage that's gonna come back no matter what, but I like him. He's so cute. He's a friend. Oh boy. Oh, hello. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Look at that tree. That's a nice tree. Oh boy.
So what do you think of the graphic novel art style they tried with this game?
I love it. I think it's great. I think it's smart because back then there wasn't a whole lot you could do as far as like
Yeah,
graphics go.
My issue with it is that this game uses a ton of Dragon Age
You
1
will hold
assets,
that
like particularly
Sarabashidan.
armor.
I am Armor.
Yeah.
In fact, the entire
And I claim
face
possession
system,
of
I think, is
Sarabas
just
at your
straight up
heel.
copy-pasted from Dragon Age 1.
The members of this Karatam were killed by Talbashov, but their disposal leads
And
only
it
here
all
to Sarabas
looks
and you.
worse in this game, which
How
is
did I
not
know
good.
this job would end
Yeah.
in more, Kunari?
You speak as if ignorance is your
Like,
natural condition.
this is one of those things
The
where, like, if
bodies
they'd
of his
had
slain
6
Karatam
months to
could
really
lead
polish
only
it, they didn't
here.
have to
Just
reuse all the
6.
stuff
I
from
do
the
not
old
know
game.
how you come to
They had a
hold
little
that
extra
position,
time.
Turned
but
out a
you
lot
have no
better.
claim in the Q.
Yeah.
He will be returned and this crime
Okay.
cleansed.
And if he doesn't want to go back?
Alright. So we are trying to make this guy
Sarabas,
escape.
show that your will remains bound to the Qun.
And then oh no. What do
He
we
has
do?
only followed you because he wants to be led. He has allowed no other purpose.
So you
I
remember
met
how
with
this
your
quest
leader.
goes?
The
Not
Arishok
quite.
would not want a potential ally challenged in this way.
Claiming to know the will of the Arishok with Sarabas in your care is Marasi Mikari, a child bleating without meaning. The Arishok knows what is to be done with Sarabas who lose their Avarad. There is no greater threat to their control.
Oh, what do I do? Josh, what do I do? What do I do?
Well, I can tell you how it goes if you try to let him be free.
What happens if we let him be free?
He
Nothing
blows
good.
himself up.
That's right. Oh, that's right. All right, we gotta
My
bring
job
him
was
back.
to get him out of the city. If he wants to go back to you, that's his business.
You show an unusual ability to reason, Basra.
Basra, that's a fun name.
Cerebos, Nera Akun Ebrakata Avarad.
Can I hug him before he goes away?
You are certain?
Oh.
Then we will do it here.
Oh no.
Oh, he might die here too. Or
Is he
maybe
gonna
not.
die
I
no
don't
matter
remember.
what?
Basvarad,
Oh.
you led well. I thank your intent.
Oh, they unshackles.
Oh.
Panahedan, as you find the Kyun.
Oh. Neato.
I was wondering if it was going to be a
You should
situation
be honored by
where,
this action,
He thought he had
Basra.
a demon or something?
like,
his
just
last.
having him out of supervision for a while was, oh,
Oh, here it is.
yeah.
So he dies no matter what.
Right,
More
okay,
choices
so-
that don't matter. Yay.
Yeah, your only real choice here
But that's just
is
uncalled for.
He
what
lost
you
his lead,
want to
The risk
want
of
him to
corruption
do,
was certain.
basically.
but he has earned his death by honoring you. He knows the Kyun once more. As will you.
But, like, all
Tried
this
to
stuff is really
kill me
cool.
After everything we've been
Yeah,
through.
I like this.
With the way the
An
Kunari
unpolished
culture works and
Cerebos
everything.
spoke to you.
This is really
You were already
interesting.
exposed, but there's no way to know what demon may have written his words. Killing you is demanded, but the
Is he gonna
respect of
fight you?
Cerebos has granted honor. Be grateful.
Yeah, he
Oh,
wants to
God.
fight.
Every neck
That's
earns the
alright.
ceremonial.
Oh,
Well, you know, it's a video game, so it has to have lots of combat. Yay!
I wonder if that was BioWare saying that because they were worried that if there wasn't enough combat, people were going to complain that it wasn't a real RPG, or if that was EA pushing for it.
It's definitely EA. I think a lot of these choices were EA, to be honest.
Yeah, and at some level, it's probably pretty much impossible to separate the two.
Yeah.
Especially since this came out 4 years after BioWare was bought by EA, so like the culture shift had already happened by this point.
I am going to the deep roads in this episode. If it is the last thing I do, we are over time. I don't care. It's happening. After this fight, we are going.
But hey, there's more Kunari here to fight you.
Oh, shiz. Hold on. There we go. Go to hell. Go F yourself.
It's like, you know, that whole thing of like, oh, unshackle my mouth so I can say what a great honor it was to be led by someone like you. And then that is the reason why they now want to kill you, because
I
he could have potentially
know.
like used demonic magic on you with
and
his
we
mouth
would've-
unshackled.
we
It's like,
would've
come
had
on, dude, were you trying to ruin me?
Maybe it doesn't matter to him. Maybe he's like, hey, we're gonna go to the Kyun together, bro.
Through their life.
Kyun times, woohoo. All
Determined
right.
From the start, Patrice set a trail.
I arranged this only to subvert it.
All
I
right.
need answers.
I do too. But you know what I really need is to finish this fucking quest so we can get to Act 2 of this video game.
boy.
Alright, here we go. Wait, can I pick this flower? Can I finally pick it? I never could pick it.
I think went overboard on their, hey, why isn't anything shiny criticisms of this game by making everything shiny.
Everything is
in
shiny
Inquisition,
now.
Even when it shouldn't be.
Everything is shiny now.
You are
It must be
leading
clean
the
with no ties.
most fabulous army of people that are constantly slathered in baby oil.
You took the Kunari from the city without incident.
You know what we faced.
Mind your tongue, Ferelden.
That's one
Please,
way of putting
Do
it.
speak your mind.
Don't play games.
Don't string me along. You know that I know.
Whether you believe it or not, I wished you no harm. That might have been useful for someone, but still regrettable. A massacre of citizens protecting a slave might have forced the Chantry to doubt appeasement, to see the Kunari.
This
for the
was like a
monsters
thing
they
where the
are.
Chantry knew that the
Perhaps finding the mage
Arishok
was
was
a
never
rushed
going to go for
opportunity.
this, so they were just
If
trying
such
to
a plot
get
existed,
this guy out
I
of the
see
city
how
so
it
he
might
could
be
die somewhere else,
disagreeable
right?
to you.
I don't care. Just pay
I want
me.
no part of your little war.
Just
Pay
give me
what I'm
money.
due. Take your coin. Disappear back into Lowtown. Rest
I'm gonna
assured,
disappear into
I
the
will
deep
not make
roads.
the
Joke's
mistake
on
of
you,
looking
lady.
For help outside the faithful again.
So that's like
The stakes,
much lower
eternity.
than Lowtown.
Yeah,
Just
no,
too
it's not. Alright.
She'll be trouble.
Yeah, you're right. Just give me money. I don't care. Alright. We did it! We've
You now
done
have
it!
way more than the amount of money you needed to go to the deep roads.
I did all the things I needed to do. Let's save. Okay, let's go do this thing finally. Oh, gosh. Sorry.
Hey, so we're ready to start now, right?
Yeah, right?